We're using snap caps.
I'm using live ammunition.
Hello, I'm
Bonjour.
Patcher. This is Gonzo. We're going to teach you about firearm safety and carrying concealed, specifically in the Appendix style, because we don't carry anywhere else.
It's the only action I get on my penis.
So the big rule for weapon safety is if you have any doubts about anybody, just
Well, all right, hold on. No, that is
don't shoot anybody. So your weapon safety rules, how we learned in the Marine Corps, is 4 simple words: treat, never, keep.
5. No.
No, yeah, I didn't learn no until after the Marines. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded. So if you pick up something and you don't know if it's loaded, assume it is until you can verify that it's cleared out. Never point your weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot.
A gun.
For example, he just dropped his gun, so I'm gonna assume this is always loaded until I can verify that it's not. Magazine's out. Why you got fucking SMGs in there? And nothing came out, so this weapon is clear. You can even, I'm gonna show you guys. If you can stick your finger in there and you don't see any brass and you don't see anything,
What do you mean? Oh, damn. Yeah.
and then they're probably right here too. No, it's not bad.
It's a dirty bitch.
Where do we put that? So this weapon is now clear. Now it is not. So to clear it, you take out the magazine, you rack it, however many times you may fucking need to. Sometimes
Don't lose that, please.
Sometimes they jam up. And then now you have a clear weapon. So you could hypothetically point this at anything and pull the trigger and it's not going to go boom.
If it went boom, I would have shit myself.
It's not going, you just saw it come out. It's not going boom. Keep your finger straight and off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Some weapons like Glocks, they don't have an external safety, so you have to...
They do.
They do?
The trigger safety.
Oh, the trigger safety.
Yeah, there's 2 internal, 1 external. There's 2 drop safeties inside the Glock, 1 trigger safety.
I'm just talking about like that.
Oh, a manual safety.
Like if they don't have a manual safety for the most part. They do have a trigger safety. Here, hold your... Take your gun. And here's your... piece of bitch. So like mine, you have a safety, a manual thumb safety right here. You can see that clicking up and down. You get a little bit closer. Here's this bar. And then on the trigger itself, you've also got another safety. And it's going to be right here. So no matter how hard I fucking pull that, if I don't depress this bottom portion, it is not going to go. So you have to depress the bottom portion. And just to show you guys, I am working with snap caps. They are non-live ammunition, and they will not go boom. As you guys can see that. They will not go boom. There's a reason I work with that shit, because it's a lot better than having a completely dry firearm. Keep your finger straight.
Just use live ammo. Be a man.
Be a man, yeah. Use live ammo inside of an apartment. That's great. No, don't do that. Don't take any of those recommendations from us. Just pay attention to the stuff that we're serious about. Treat, never. Keep your finger straight off the trigger until you're ready to fire.
Didn't you say that?
Yeah. For Glocks, there's a bigger reason to that, because they don't have the manual external safety, like your thumb safety. And that's because with that 2-stage trigger, in the sense of you have got a safety on the trigger, if you put your finger on there and then you twitch, you got a uh-oh going on, and you don't want to uh-oh. Keep your weapon unsafe until you're ready to fire. Yeah. I know I just gotta fucking roll through the whole list.
And then, whenever you're shooting, know your target and everything beyond, because over penetration is a thing. We love penetration, but not too much penetration.
Yeah. There's a reason why law enforcement and military, if they're working with pistols or even rifles, they will typically have hollow point rounds, whether that's in a pistol caliber or a 5.56 or 2.23.
Yeah, that's usually when you get lawsuits.
Yeah. And then that also goes for the over penetration. You have to remind yourself, or that goes into the fourth one, which is always know what lies behind your target. And there's a reason for that. If you're working with anything that's not an that is an FMJ, or that is not a hollow point, you've got a risk for serious over penetration. It's going to go cut clear through that target or whatever you're shooting at, and then whatever lies beyond it could also get a piece of that round. So
yeah, so let's say I shoot him, right?
Yep.
Right in the chest. If I shoot him with an FMJ, he's dead. But it's going to go through him because it's an FMJ. And it's just going to fucking zip through his little fucking heart. And
I'm the Grinch.
And he'll be dead.
We're going to kiss?
Maybe. And then if it goes through him and I hit a baby, guess what? Second-degree murder. So yeah. You're done.
What have we learned so far in this confusing video? Okay. Treat, never, keep. No. KNOW. We're gonna go back over this again. I want you to scream your fucking ditties. No, don't do that. Don't scream at your laptop. People think you're nuts. Or gaming. I don't know. Keep your finger straighten off the trigger until you're ready to fire. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Keep your weapon on safe until you're ready to fire. I said that in a weird way. Never point your weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. Those are the big four ones. Those are the ones that most firearms instructors will teach you right out the gate. Those are some of the most important ones. And there's more stacked on, such as that last one, which is know what lies beyond your target, for the reason that we went over earlier. Now, for different kinds of carries, for concealed or open carry, but we're going to go over concealed carry right now. You've got a few different options. You got a 4 o'clock, like right here. You got 3 o'clock, which does not work on my tiny frame. Then you got a 6 o'clock, which I don't know why people carry 6 o'clock unless they're doing like. So you got the appendix style, which is roughly where your appendix actually is. So
I'm fat now, so it kind of hurts, but
yeah.
No, not really.
So you got, for my holster, I've got, like I said in the last video we put up, it's going to be a T-Rex arm, so you got a mag carrier, and then your firearm. The appendix style is not meant to be carried dead center in front, so you can shoot your off or shoot your off or whatever.
That's not how guns work, but yeah.
I've known some dumb people to shoot themselves in.
That's from them doing dumb stuff.
Yeah. It's going to be roughly the position where your appendix is. So if you work in medicine, and if you don't, I'm going to explain this to you. Your appendix is right here. And if those of you who have ever had appendicitis and had your appendix removed, you'll remember where that location is. And I know appendicitis sometimes radiates to up here, but your appendix is not up here. It's your stomach and your spleen. And then a portion of your liver, but it's a very small portion. So your appendix is in your lower right quadrant. So you're going to put your pistol on your lower right quadrant. And then if you're left-handed, you can also put it on your lower left quadrant and get an equal draw going forward from there. For the 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, it's just going to be at your 3 o'clock, and if you're left-handed, it's going to be 9 o'clock.
Can you show me the 4 o'clock again?
Sure, right here. Oh! I'll let Gonzo take over for how to draw with it. He's got a more proficient draw than I do, I feel.
Sorry, I'm taking care of a blood blister right now. Alright, so the way I usually handle, I'm going to start with moving my garm, well, as of right now, my sweatshirt, out of the way. And I like to find that kind of center point where I meet my pistol, and I'll grab and I'll yank up, and now my weapon is cleared for me to draw. So I'll focus on that and yanking, and I usually just do this in my stance, but you know, shoulder width apart. Your right leg, you want to move it at least a little bit back, probably like a half step back. Nothing too, big, but I stand right here and I'll focus on grabbing that center line of my sweatshirt that I'm wearing right now, whatever you guys are wearing, and I'll yank up. So now everything is cleared. My extra magazine's cleared. My actual firearm's cleared, and I can draw. The way I like to draw, I want to get a nice tight grip on it. That's why I recommend getting a holster with a wing, and that's this little extra piece, because it helps you kind of create a little bit more of a gap instead of trying to fight it. So I'll put my master grip on here. I'll use my thumb on top because you can't really move your body out of the way. And I'll put my thumb on top and get a good grip, and then I'll pull out with my finger already off. And then once I pull out, I'll move my thumb down, disengage the safety, and simultaneously I'll marry my grip, and then I'll get a good grip position from there. So I'll do that right now. So that was all good. Try that again. So find your center line, grab your arm, yank it out of the way, master your grip, pull out, same time marry your grip, down on the safety, trigger pull. Then I'll go a little bit faster. Boom. And you want to make sure that you get a good sight alignment and sight picture, because you don't want to just fucking shoot willy-nilly. Honestly, depends how far you are away from your target. So you're going to want to get a good sight picture and make sure that your target acquisition is good. Make sure that you're actually firing on your target instead of firing to the left or to the right, because you don't want to hit a baby or a dog or anything else, honestly.
Unless you have to hit a dog.
Yeah.
If the dog's attacking the baby, you're going to put the dog down.
So I suggest before leaving your house, whenever you're carrying, spend like 5 minutes extra practicing and just get that good sight picture and practice your draw and practice moving your arm, your sweatshirt, your shirt. If you're naked, who cares? It doesn't matter. Just practice and make sure that you're all good to go to the real world. And you can do it slow. You can do it a little bit quicker if you're proficient enough. And yeah, that's pretty much the basic of it. Oh, and when you buy pants, it sucks. Trust me. But get a size up.
Yeah, I couldn't.
I'm fat, so I get it. For all my big guys out there, it's gonna suck. But get a pant size up so you can at least wear your pistol concealed. I do recommend concealed. I don't have anything against outside the waistband.
There's been a lot of what's that guy's name? I forget. But there's a podcast out right now. Guy makes it. Warrior Poet Society.
Yeah, John Lovell.
Yeah.
That guy.
And
sorry.
You're good. What'd you do?
Well, your nipple's hard.
Oh, you hit me up here. I'm just a little chilly. We're in the shade. He was talking about how more people he thinks could open carry and get away with it.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna go deep off into that. That's gonna be a video for further down the line.
Yeah, because we have our pistol belts.
Yeah, we've got our pistol belts, but I'm just saying, like, open carrying, not even just with the pistol belts, but getting another belt with it, because that'd be a lot just to fucking keep on all fucking day.
Well, yeah, but I do if you do outside the waistband carry, get a level 2. Splurge a little bit. Doesn't matter, as long as no one steals your gun.
Yeah, that's the big point for open carries. If you're walking around, you just got a leather holster. One, props to you because you can afford a leather fucking holster. That was cool.
Thanks.
And then the level 2 and level 3 holsters, we're gonna get into that in a more specific video further down the line. But it's just basically retention. So with the general inside the waistband concealed holster, you just have retention. which is based on how tight you put down the screws on the holster. So you can have it with a lot of retention, especially if you're the kind of guy that needs to run and you're working like executive protection, that you come across some fire, some people are acting fucking stupid and you have to get your client out of there. You don't want your gun to fall out, and you don't want to have that risk at all.
That'd be a weird time.
Yeah.
If you ran and your gun just flopped out.
So retention is important for finding the right holster. With going back to the concealed carry practices or techniques, you're saying you can go slow. I highly recommend moving slow because there's a plethora of different ways somebody could draw. He's pretty straightforward with his because he's been carrying for longer than I have been. He's also got a damn good carry or draw in general, just because he practices all the fucking time. I practice probably 20 minutes a day, and that usually does me pretty well.
And if you're just getting into carrying a pistol and you're not too comfortable with it, if you're sitting on the couch, just practice getting your actual sight posts aligned. Aligned. Just practice on your couch. Practice, just taking your mag out, putting it back in, taking your mag out, putting it back in, and just practice. It doesn't matter where you are, kind of.
Yeah.
Don't do it in public.
If you're at home, go for it.
Yeah, if you're at home, if you're at a buddy's house, make sure that there's no live ammunition in your gun. So absolutely nothing could happen, especially if you're brand new. But make sure that you're cleared out of any ammunition. So use snap caps. Highly recommend those.
Keep your live ammo in a different room. Lock it in a safe if you have one.
Yeah, I recommend practicing at least every day. And you can make it fun. Aim at your TV. Aim at a person at your TV. Just make sure that you get your sight pictures aligned, and make sure that you get a good sight picture. And then once you take it out to the range, make sure you get a secondary sight picture.
For those of you, for those who are new to this, what is a sight picture?
Sight picture is literally you get your front post and then your back rear sight, and you align them here.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, my light's on. No.
So you got a back post right here. Well, your rear sight aperture, and then you got your front sight post, and you want to make sure that these right here. This is confusing.
Too close. So you go manual.
You want to make sure that these are aligned. So you get those aligned. Wherever the tip of that post is, it's where your bullet's going to go. So you just make sure that whenever you're aiming, turn your light on, you line up that front sight post in the middle of this little valley right here. And once you get that, wherever that tip is, that's where your bullet goes. Usually. That's with good. What's wrong with you? Oh.
It's not that bad.
That's with good grip. Yeah. I'm hungry.
Are you?
I haven't eaten.
Oh, me either. Well, besides those fucking chips.
Yeah.
With getting your draw, start slow and just get a good solid draw. So whenever I got into it, which is a couple of years ago now, I started slow as shit, right? So I would just pull my shirt up. I like to hook my shirt at the bottom, just like that, just hook it. And then I'll find my master grip. I have to fight my pants a little bit just to get my fingers around the grip, but here, I'll just back up a little bit and put you guys back in autofocus. That'd be helpful. So hook or grab, get that good grip, wrap your fingers around, pull out. And something I was thinking about a while ago was whenever somebody draws from Appendix, they will typically marry here and then push out. I found myself doing that a lot, so I made an effort to re-ingrain a new technique, is just to fucking rotate out and then marry and push out. again. So from this angle, it's going to be pull, good grip, rotate this way, and then push out. And just going slow with it is one of the biggest pieces of advice I can give, because if you start going fast with it, especially if you're using live ammo on a range where you can actually draw from the holster, not many do. The range that we go to in the city that we live in does not allow that because it's a building.
That's why we go out to the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we do cool stuff. We got in trouble last time, actually.
Yep, we blew up 10 pounds of tannerite.
Oh, and people got mad.
If it shook your house, you'd probably be like, oh, that's cool.
It was only 10 pounds.
But that fucking wave, though.
We were a little close.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's good.
So you start slow, get that technique, figure out what works for you. You may be the person that likes to go this way and then push out. You may be the person like me.
Whatever's comfortable for you, as long as you can get a great sight picture, and as long as you can get your hits on target, then whatever's comfortable for you works. If it works for you, it works for you. You don't have to master everything all at once. Find out what's comfortable for you, and then follow that, and then get better at it. It's just practice. That's all that matters. Oh, shit. Damn.
We're gonna head out. We got dinner coming up soon. And we might shoot another short video a little bit later that kind of demonstrates in different situations what you would use concealed carry in. You might do some like getting in and out of the car footage, and then having to draw in the car. We're not using live ammo.
No.
We're just gonna do it on the property. Or let's say you're just walking down a fucking park and then you see somebody with a hatchet who looks a little bit pissed off. You don't want them coming any closer.
Well, man, back
Whoa,
up.
Back up. Hey.
Back up, man. You don't want to.
Tomahawk. Tomahawk.
We're not fighting Apaches, dude. We're fighting crackheads.
Get that pipe away from me, bro.
Yeah, get that. I'm not into it, man.
We'll catch you guys a little bit later. If you have any questions at all about anything that we've discussed so far, leave them in the comments. We will respond as quickly as we possibly can. All right, guys, we're going to see you later.